Hey, can you give me back Jonathan?
Who?
My pen? You told me I need a pen name, so I've named all of my pens.
You named this pen.
Give me back Jonathan.
It's my pen.
I don't want to write with Divinity today. Give me back Jonathan.
What are you on about today?
The pen name. His name is Jonathan.
That's not what pen name means. Hey guys, Nour here, and today we're talking about if you need a pen name. But before we get started, make sure you subscribe to this channel, that way you can see regular writing advice videos as well as humor skits. Alright, well let's get started. A lot of writers ask me if they need a pen name to publish a book. And the answer is, it depends on you, what you're writing, how you want to portray yourself to the public, and privacy. So in other words, you don't need a pen name, but it's more like, would it be best if you had one? I mean, take a look at my name. Nour Zikra is my real name. But even though it might be hard to pronounce for strangers, I still wanted to use it because it's my own name. Now, that isn't to say that I might not use a pen name in the future. It just kind of depends on what I'm writing. So let me break down the reasons you might need a pen name to make the process easier for you. The number one reason many writers get a pen name is for privacy. Maybe you don't want everyone following you around if you make it big. Or maybe you're well known in your community or your field and don't want everyone knowing that you're an erotica author. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Maybe you're a science teacher and don't want your students reading your books. Whatever your reasons, if you want privacy, a pen name is the way to go. But do keep in mind that a pen name doesn't always protect your privacy. I'll talk more about that later. If you write science fiction and fantasy, for example, it will confuse your readers if you throw a historical romance at them. Which is why a lot of authors get a pen name so they can publish other genres without confusing their readers. That way you could still write all the genres you want, but it won't affect your author brand. Readers might still know that both authors are one if you choose to be transparent, but they'll also understand that the books are different. Another reason to get a pen name is if another author already has your name. Or it might not be an author name, but it might be a famous name like Bob Ross. Now keep in mind, you don't want to mislead readers into thinking that you're someone else just so that they can buy your books. So don't even think about getting a pen name that's a famous person's name already. Readers won't be happy about it, and you will be found out. Another reason to go with a pen name is to simply make your name easier to read, or to go with a less complicated name. If you have a long name, for instance, you could go with a short nickname. Another reason to use a pen name is if you want to collaborate with another writer on a book, but both of you want to use a single name for publication. Again, this is if you want to and not mandatory at all. None of these reasons are rules, they're just reasons. So if your name is complicated but you still want to use it, by all means do. I mean, I use my name. The only time I will encourage you to get a pen name is if you want to write under different genres. But that's only because not doing that might hurt you, your sales, and make readers upset. Readers will go into a book expecting one thing and get something else entirely. Okay, now that you know all the possible reasons, how do you choose a pen name? Obviously, the name is up to you. I can't give you one. But just think of it like naming a character and go from there. Though, keep in mind that you should still consider a few things when picking a name. First off, is the name unique? Do a lot of research to avoid using names that are already taken or common. You don't want to get published and then get in trouble because someone else with that name is getting flooded with letters because readers think he wrote your book. Also, don't create a fake bio to go with your pen name. If you don't live in Antarctica, don't say you do. If you don't have a degree in biology, don't say you do, even if this is just for your pen name. A pen name isn't a fake identity. Stay true to yourself and your credentials. And remember, a pen name can be leaked out with your actual name. So while you might want privacy, if you make it big, there's always a chance that someone will leak your identity. So don't use a pen name to hide a secret like a crime. And lastly, remember that you could choose to be open about your true identity or keep it hidden. People might know that you write under 2 different names, or they might not even know what you look like, what your gender is, how old you are, and so on. The choice is yours. But again, privacy can be destroyed if someone chooses to leak your identity. But generally, you should be good. So yeah, do you plan on writing under one or more pen names? Let me know in the comments. I just want to give a quick shout out to Sarah Frayne from my shout out tier over on Patreon, as well as all my other patrons. Thank you all for your support. And if you haven't checked out my Patreon yet, make sure you do so. All my patrons get some awesome and exclusive perks. So there you have it. Now you can decide if you need a pen name. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do so, and make sure you follow me on social media. And as always, Nour for President!